welcome back to Draymond Does Gaming. This is Draymond here playing I was going to say some more Hand of Fate, but that's not true. This is playing Hand of Fate. This is a brand new game that just came out on Steam. I've been following it throughout early access. It's an amazing little story-driven game, and I thought it'd be fun to play it through with you guys here. Going through the story mode at least at first, and past that, if you guys like, then we'll play through the endless mode as well once we unlock it, etc., etc. Yeah, Hand of Fate is a kind of like a mix between a choose-your-own-adventure, a deck builder, and a action combat game. It's you get this deck of cards and you build it up, and it's like an encounter deck. And you go through a dungeon. There's a dungeon master. He puts down these cards kind of in a layout, like a dungeon map, and you go through each one, and each one's a different encounter that'll happen, whether you're fighting enemies or a story encounter, things like that. I just thought it'd be fun to play. So, we're going to be going right into it. This is the first time I've loaded up the game other than to change around some settings. So, let's get right to it.
One more for the game. Come, sit. You have passed the 13 gates, and you come to my table to play the game of life and death. Your stake is wagered. I refuse none who come here, yet I say, turn back. Back so soon? I knew you would not falter.
So, this is the dungeon master, man. I'm not sure what to call him, but he provides quite a lot of insight to the game itself. He does a lot of quips, so whenever he talks, I'm going to try my darndest to be quiet so you guys can actually hear him. I have subtitles turned on too, but it's not always the same. He's voiced extremely well. And as you can see in front of him are a whole bunch of cards floating through the air. And this is how the encounters are all built up. He puts all the cards and separates them out like loot encounters, monsters, etc. But you go through the dungeon and you pick up an encounter. If you beat it, you get a random loot card, etc. It's a very cool little RPG choose-your-own-adventure type thing. So, here we go. Let's start.
The game begins. One lives and one dies. Let us see what you are made of. Here is the first member of my court, the Jack of Dust. 12 in all must fall before you may challenge me.
So the Jack of Dust. The bandit leader is stronger and faster than most bandits encountered. He can become enraged, making powerful, unblockable attacks. He also inspires his followers to steal gold on each hit. In the ruins of an ancient temple among the eternally shifting sand dunes lives the mysterious leader of the Desert Bandits, infamous for his reign of terror over any spice caravans that dare take their chances traveling through his domain. He rules as a king over the barren lands. So that's one thing that we're going to be doing through this, is defeating all 12 leaders, the Jack, Queen, King of Dust, the Jack, Queen, King of a bunch of other things too. I think there's like Skull and Plague. I don't remember all of them, but as I've only seen some previews, I've played a little bit of early access.
Scared of returning to the fray.
And then if you are just waiting around and trying to talk, he interrupts you with something like that. That's very rude, Mr. Dungeon Keeper, man. Alright, let's continue.
Let the cards fall where they may. We begin.
So this is the main screen. As you can see in front of us, we are this little token on top of the card that says stairs. On our left hand side, very far left, you see our health. We're at 100 of 100. Food, which is what we use to consume. That's how many spaces we can go. We can go 10 spaces, because every space we go, we consume 1 food. Gold, we don't have any. We have an inventory
You
as
can
well.
always review your cards here.
Yeah, we have a rusty axe and light armor. That is all. But you can get blessings, curses, helms, artifacts, shields, trinkets, gloves. You can get quite a lot of inventory, which is nice. Go out of here. It's a big spider over there. Interesting. On the left-hand side of the Dungeon Master are all the different encounter cards. This is how he builds this dungeon in front of him. There's loot cards, etc., etc. So, we can choose to move around either there. We can only go what's adjacent to where we are. So, only one place to go, so let's go there. Twisted Canyon.
That first moment, that glinting weapon, the call to action, to adventure. Truly, there is nothing like it.
You see a weapon glinting in the sunlight, lying next to a skeleton at the bottom of the canyon. Well, let's climb down and to retrieve that weapon. 3 successes and 1 failure. Alright.
Choose from these options.
There we go. So you have to kind of watch them as they go. But sometimes it gets pretty hard. There's things like huge success, failure, and huge failure, and never want a huge failure. Huge success is always good. Very carefully, you make your way to the bottom of the canyon. You retrieve the weapon from the ancient corpse. Draw 1 weapon card. So you'll see down here, in the bottom right, those are all the different things we can find here in this dungeon. We have a sword, which is, you can see here, the rusty axe does 20 damage, the sword does 23. Yeah, it's better, so we'll equip it.
A moment to savor. That will make you much more effective.
There we go. Let's continue on. Mr. Lionel.
I was never a fan of illusion or pretense. Here, I'll make an exception.
Whilst enjoying your evening meal at a local tavern, a strange old man takes the seat next to yours. He taps your shoulder quite painfully with his wooden staff to get your attention. You notice that he appears to be a goblin, poorly disguised as a human. Left a little mustache on him. His wizened face grins at you with a hint of madness. My name's Mr. Lionel. If you give me what I need, boy, I will conjure up your heart's desire with this wizarding wand of my own creation. He cackles uncontrollably for a few moments, then sits patiently, waiting your answer. Well, we can either give him the bread from our plate. Can't give him 20 gold, because we don't have that. We can ask him what he needs. We can ignore the goblin. Well, why don't we give him one thing, a bread from our plates? He considers the bread seriously before placing it carefully in his coat pocket, seemingly satisfied. Mr. Lionel taps his staff on the ground and a shield materializes at your feet. There you go, old bean. He smiles a warm grin that reveals his chipped and yellow teeth. Your face reminds me of my son. Haven't met you before, have I? We got a shield.
I cannot expect you to get by without some protection.
Yes. So now with the shield, we'll be able to reflect attacks. We haven't been into a battle yet, but if we didn't have a shield, we couldn't do any reflecting. And same thing with countering as well. We can do that, which is nice.
You can now reflect your opponent's ranged attacks using your shield.
Yes.
Make good use of this skill if you wish to survive.
Then, before you can stop him with inhuman speed, he snatches a pickled onion off your plate and sprints out the tavern door. Alright. So then I think it auto-equips. Yeah, there we go. We have the shield on us now. Perfect. Let's go. The Maiden.
Every step you take consumes food, but you will also heal as you proceed.
Alright. One day in a shady forest, you encounter an elf maiden. She stops to greet you. I am Marith of the Forest Folk. My people have long helped the mortals of this realm. What boon would you ask of me? We can ask for a longer life, for supplies, or for gold. Well, why don't we go for some longer life? That's always nice. Maybe some gold. How about gold, in case we find a shop? We can always buy things. Marith seems surprised. It is unlike an adventurer to beg for coin, but very well, if that is what you wish. And then we get to draw 3 gold gain cards. Oh, nice. Good fortune.
I'm sure you are
25
grateful for
gold.
that.
That's always a good thing. Another one. 25 more gold. And another 15 gold. So we just made ourselves 65 gold. The greatest of magical artifacts were forged long ago and have only limited uses before their magic power is spent. Use them wisely and they may guide you to victory. Farewell, mortal. Alright, let's continue on. We found the stairs. So
Bound once more, seeking the heart of it all.
This is what we're trying to find. We want to keep going deeper and deeper into this dungeon. We want to find the stairs or the way to continue on the path. And we found them. You discovered this exit to this area. Well, let's take the stairs. You embark upon the next leg.
Your journey is well begun. This is what I was looking for. You show some aptitude for the game. Perhaps this will not be as boring as I thought.
Perfect. You can see the layout is different every time you go through as well, which is nice. It gives some replayability. The Dead Man's Gorge.
I'm sure it's not called Dead Man's Gorge without reason.
While crossing the ancient rope bridges of Dead Man's Gorge, you hear sounds of movement from below. It's an ambush. 1 monster card. Alright. 2 of dust. That means we're fighting 2 enemies. Dust is the kind of enemies. In this case, dust are bandits. So we're going to go through a little bit of a tutorial with the fighting as well here. But hey, it's alright. If you've ever played Batman, Arkham Asylum, or anything like that, that's how it's like.
You can now counter your opponent's attacks. Hit the counter button when you see the flashing indicator.
You want to counter when there's the green there. Nice. Perfect. Easy fight. Didn't even get hit. That's what the little fights are in this game, which is not bad at all. You recover what you can from the dead. The healer draws you 3 gain cards. You get 1 equipment. That's nice. An axe.
A peasant's weapon, but effective nonetheless.
Does more damage than our sword. So let's
Really?
equip it.
Is that what you're going to do?
Yes. We also gain some supplies, 3 food, which is nice. And another 25 gold. Perfect. Let's continue on. Shop. Perfect. In Shady Grove, off the beaten trail, you find a traveling merchant looking to trade with wandering adventurers. Let's approach the shop. Greetings, wise traveler. I have much to offer you.
If you were wondering why you've been collecting all that gold, you now have your answer. We're starting to get into the meat of the game now. The back and forth between resources and rewards.
Perfect. So we can either buy some food, sell some items, buy some items. Let's see what he has for sale. He has an explorer's helmet. Reveals stairs and encounter upon entering a level and grants a gold bonus for revealing every encounter on a level. Interesting. The Democles. During combat, press right bumper to throw knives in 8 cardinal directions. That's not too bad. And a healing cap. Any healing that the player receives is doubled. Why don't we buy that? It's always nice.
Increasing the effect of one sort of magic with another. All you need is a channel for power, and it's simple enough.
Perfect. You also can buy this as well, so we might as well.
A classical approach to dealing with crowds. Artifacts provide powerful special abilities to use in combat, but it takes time to ready them.
Alright, so we're gonna keep all this stuff, but we're gonna sell the sword since we won't need it.
The most fundamental symbol of might for an age.
You might as well buy some food. Can't buy 10, but we can buy 1. So we can buy 1 multiple times. So our gold doesn't carry over, so between the adventures. So we can spend as much as we want. It's kind of nice. Alright, continuing forth. A winding trail.
An ambush. Hardly fair, is it?
Suddenly, a tree falls across your path, blocking the way ahead. Dealer draws you 1 monster card. Weapons bristle from the trees around you, their unwielders' faces obscured by the undergrowth. Give us all your gold, or die! Attack the cowardly band for daring to threaten you, or give them all our gold. Well, we're gonna attack the cowardly band. You shout a battle cry and raise your weapon. Ah! As the battle begins. Alright. I'll probably end up skipping these past the first video, just because we don't need to see it every time, but it's cool how you get like each card as it goes onto your character. We also have our artifact as well, which we can use. There we go. There. That was quite easy. Apparently that artifact killed that one guy in 1 hit. That's pretty nice. Alright. You search the bodies for loot. Healer draws you 3 gain cards. 1 more equipment. A sword.
Great men wield great swords. Swords of myth and legend. For you, this will suffice.
It's just a normal sword. We got some more supplies. Perfect. And 15 more gold.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
Continue forth. Ooh.
You have reached my first champion. A good man driven to madness by a war that took all from him. Wife and child, kith and kin. From such dark and brittle iron I forge my tools. Now we see your metal.
The bandit leader is stronger and faster than most bandits encountered. He can become enraged, making powerful, unblockable attacks. He also inspires his followers to steal gold on each hit. In the ruins of an ancient temple, among the eternally shifting sand dunes, lives the mysterious leader of the desert bandits. Infamous for his reign of terror over any spice caravans that dare take their chances traveling through his domain, he rules as a king over the barren lands. Alright.
This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
So as you see, he has a little token at the bottom of his, and these are what you get for defeating certain encounters. If you get them, they unlock new cards to put into your encounter cards, your gain deck, etc. So let's do this. There he is, the Jack of Dust. Let's go take out some minions.
Some enemy attacks cannot be blocked or countered. Get out of the way or stop them with your own counterattack.
Yeah, the red one, when he attacks, means we cannot block them or anything. I tried to dodge there, that did not work. Okay, counter. Ow, alright, that hurts. Dodge, there we go. Still gotta get the hang of this. Alright, dodge didn't work. Dodge now, there we go. Nice. Took a little bit of damage there. Well, it's expected the first couple times.
Down into the worms with him. Perhaps there is peace for him in the grave, poor soul. One champion has been sent to the cabinet. Yet we are only at the start of our road. You will face 11 more opponents who will test your strength, your memories, and your resolve. Few fall at the first hurdle. None reach the last. We have wagered, and you have won. You may claim your rewards, yet I will also claim mine. As you improve, so do I. Balance must be retained.
Yeah, so that's the one cool, like really cool thing about this. Is every time you improve your deck, he improves his. You can choose the encounters that you get, but if you put little weak encounters and big gains and artifacts into your deck, he will change them up. He'll make it harder on you. Let's put it that way. So, let's see what we get. I love this video. The reward for defeating Bandit Jack, you receive these new cards. Jack of Skulls, who's the next one we're going after. Dead King's Hall, Local Peasant, Devil's Choice, River, Captain of the Guards. Devil's Choice sounds cool. We get as well new items: medium armor, Chains of Rage, Mercenary Contract, medium armor, Fortitude's Breath, yeah, Desperate Measures, alright. And then we also get, I will give you these new challenges: a Bandit Attack, Maze of Traps, and Goblins. See these ones that have a little lock on them? They are ones he will put in, no matter what. So he will put these 3 new things into his next deck. Doesn't mean you'll always encounter them, but they'll be there. There we go.
Shall we deal again?
And that is Hands of Fate. So, I'm going to be continuing playing this. I'm going to be uploading, I think, one a week. I'm going to be doing another series as well, very shortly. Should get started on that probably this upcoming weekend. We just did a big move, so I want to do that series more than this one, but I figured this would be a little fun thing to do on the side. It's got a really cool story to it. I get to do a lot of talking. I like doing that, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it. It's just so cool what he does with these cards. It's pretty well done for the production. I believe it's all done in Unity as well. I mean, there are some blemishes. The fighting isn't as good as it can be, but I mean, it's an indie developer using the same type of system as Arkham, and they did good, or they did well, I should say. And yeah, it's just a cool little game. I suggest, if you like choose your own adventures, kind of roguelike-ish games, you should go pick this one up. But that's enough of that. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching Draymond Does Gaming, and yeah, we'll see you next time. I said that in the uploader. Bye for now.